All right, I want to talk a little bit about getting ready for my trip to Greece.
Yeah.
Because I have put so much work into getting ready. On one hand, I've been gathering my equipment and making sure everything goes in my rolling backpack and in my shoulder bag. And do I have lights? Do I have 2 battery packs? Do I have backup everything? And so, and is it light enough that I can just run around Greece with it? So I've got that set.
Yep.
And I've done a lot of work. Because this kind of filming, like we're doing right now, I'm adequate at that now for my Spark to Bonfire teaching videos. I sit at my desk, I have my own little set, I put up my lights.
Yep, the studio show.
Yeah, and that's easy. But I've also now stepped into getting better at doing vlog style, like outside, just talking to the camera, on the move. That's a different experience. So I've gotten pretty good at those because I want to try and shoot some vlog stuff for my trip in addition to the more set stuff I'm going to do when I'm there. I have my travel platform, Save You Travel Adventures. I got that platform. And then for the past 6 months, I've been working to redo all of my culinary stuff. And now it's all done. It's all, I've got the frame and built. I've got like the bedrooms built out if it's a house. Everything falls under the Culinary Treasure Network umbrella. Culinary Treasure Network, it's all set. So I put a lot of work into that. I've switched my podcast. So the Portland Beer Podcast is now the Craft Beer Podcast. You can go to www.thecraftbeerpodcast.com. I've got Craft Beer Podcast on Instagram. And I've got an episode up now of the Craft Beer Podcast, and that's part of the Culinary Treasure Network.
Yep.
The Portland Culinary Podcast is now the Culinary Treasure Podcast. So I've got that up, and there's culinarytreasurepodcast.com, and I've got all of that, so long-form storytelling. I do articles on the Culinary Treasure website. And then the thing that I'm most proud of that's been really, really, I've filmed... I started filming episodes of this in October. I've got 4 in the can, and I released the first one this week. And for years, I wanted my own show. I was inspired by Anthony Bourdain. He had no reservations. I wanted my own show, and I had a producer call me a couple years ago, and I don't know if they just stole my ideas, but they never got back with me. And if you did this and this and this, I gave all these cool pitches for a show, and eventually I realized, fuck it, I'm just going to do my own show.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I don't know how. I don't know how to be mobile. I don't know how to do all this.
That's a huge... And usually, honestly, you need an assistant or help.
And it's just me. And then you know how good I am at technology.
Teaching you anything is just it literally like makes us yell at each other. Like, it makes me yell at you. I'm like, motherfucker, like, you're awful at technology.
And I think people think we're being funny.
Yeah.
But I don't think people understand how hard it is for me. It's almost like a learning disability. I don't know what it is, but it's really hard for me to get this technology down. So for me to say, screw it, I'm going to do my own show, that's like, well, I'm just going to jump off the building and fly without a plane. I mean, it's like, but I released this week the first ever Culinary Treasure Show, Season 1, Episode 1. You people can go to the Culinary Treasure Network on YouTube. It's the YouTube channel, Culinary Treasure Network, or go to culinarytreasure.com. It's embedded there on the website.
What can I say? There are moments in my life where I was teaching another friend of mine how to record a podcast the other day, and she was really discouraged because it's really, really difficult. And I said, no, if my dad can learn this, you can fucking learn this. Like, and that's literally like, you joke about how you don't know what you're doing. You legitimately have no fucking idea what you're doing. At least you didn't when we started, right? Like,
and the beauty of it is, I don't actually fucking care that I don't know. I don't care. And people, when I first started, I've told you the story. When I first started my podcast, what's this do? What's that do? I don't know. And people thought I was screwing around with them. I go, I don't know what these things do. I don't care. I just know Ken told me to plug these things in here, and it works. And that blew people's minds. Because not only do I not know, I don't fucking care. I just need good sound. I don't give a shit.
You know that if X and Y touch each other, it makes good sound.
And that's it. And people thought I was messing with them. But I really just don't even care. I just want to get the end product.
But I think that's the point. Is like, it's actually, if people understand the gravity of it, it's kind of an inspiring story. Like, motherfucker, if you can learn how to make a YouTube channel and make a podcast and make all that shit work, anybody can, right? Like, because it's for you. Because I was the one teaching you a lot of that shit.
You watched me struggle.
Oh my God. It was I think I'm a solid teacher too. Like, I've taught a lot of quarterback stuff. Like like some people are just bad at teaching, right? And you are hard to teach anything because it just is it's a Herculean effort for you.
It is, and I ask crazy questions that don't make sense to anybody because I just look at the world in this skewed way.
Oh my! I don't understand how your brain works even a little bit. But beside the point, like I watched episode 1. I watched the Steve
You watched
Volpe
Culinary
episode.
Treasure, the Culinary Treasure show, the first episode.
Let me tell you what I watched. I watched a video of you in a forest with a woman talking about walnuts,
Hazelnuts. Yeah, we are at a hazelnut farm. I did episode 1, season 1 at a hazelnut farm.
And then I watched a video of you talking about Steve Volpe, and it was
Dry Hills Distillery.
Yep. And what it honestly reminded me of is back in the day when I started Strong Opinion Sports. I was in a room talking to this exact microphone setup with a different background, but talking into a camera, talking to a microphone, and it was a huge moment because I look back on that and go, "There's this problem, there's this problem, there's this problem, there's this problem." But it was definitely better than most people's first video, right? It was high quality audio, a good enough looking mic, a solid background, like a very good baseline for like most people don't start that good, right? You're in exactly the same spot where it's like I look at it and I was like, I'm watching this. It sounds good. It looks good. I enjoy it. I watched the whole Steve Volpe video and there were a couple cuts that I liked them. They looked good.
The jump cuts, yeah.
Yep, and it like I always have avoided jump cuts because the stupid film douche in me can't get past them. Like, hey, you're not supposed to do them. But like watching your video, I should probably do more of them, honestly, because nobody gives a shit. It doesn't make it not bad. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't it doesn't take away from the narrative at all. So it's fine to do them. And my point is, I watched it and I was like, this is quality. I enjoy this. This is good. First of all, testament to you. And I'm really excited to watch in like 4 years from now.
Yeah, because I'm going to get better. I mean, and it's funny. I recorded that first one at a hazelnut farm outside, in October, and I'm a much better filmmaker now.
Yep. And you'll just keep getting better. Like,
right, but I watch it. Go, man, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. And now when I was filming on Wednesday, I filmed 3 things on Wednesday. I was thinking different, and I know I'll think different a year from now.
Yep.
But yeah, it was really you watching that. Raina Wickstrom, she's a hazelnut farmer, and watching that Culinary Treasure show about her, it's pretty fucking amazing to me because, I've always wanted my own show, and now I have one. I literally have a show, and I think it's a pretty cool name. I like Culinary Treasure Show, and I own CulinaryTreasureShow.com, and I own CulinaryTreasure.com, and I own Culinary Treasure Network, but I mean, that's pretty amazing. Go ahead.
I loved at the end when you said, and this is why it's a culinary treasure, and you had a little brief explanation about what makes this unique or cool, and I was like, the name it's well named, it's well done, and let me say, I've watched some of your fucking videos from maybe when did we start making videos? When did you start making your videos? Like 6 months, 9 months, a year ago?
Yeah, a year ago, over a year ago.
And when you first started a year ago, and this is what I tell people, by the way, my friend's trying to make a podcast, and I said, here's what you should do. Honestly, give yourself fucking 6 months to learn how to use equipment. Record something, and then it goes, I don't like it, it's bad, and take 6 months to learn how to use the tools, the camera, the recorder, whatever. And then use another month to learn how to tell a story. Like, just because you know how the tools work doesn't mean you know how to actually sit down and talk into a microphone. Yep. But once you get there, then you're ready to actually put stuff out to the public. And that's your baseline. Wherever you start is your baseline, but you need to have a baseline that's good enough for, like, good enough audio, good enough background, good enough storytelling. And once you're there, you can start. And then once you're ready to start, then keep getting better. And, like, 4 years from then, you'll be even better. So, like, watch my first film analysis video to now. My Super Bowl film analysis video is crisp. It's phenomenal. It's great work.
Yep.
But I had to go through the growing pains to get there. Or like when you watch my first podcast to now, I've got a beautiful background. It's still not ironed, but it's better, right? And so the same way that I'm proud of the small improvements I've made to make little technical errors and things, improvements, I can't wait to watch where your show is even better 4 years from now or even a year from now. It's going to be cool, and you're going to make leaps and bounds and by making little tweaks here and there.
So 4 things about that show.
Yep.
A, to me, it blows my mind. I got the infrastructure. I have, which in my head,
stuff it takes.
Well, the infrastructure, when I say it's not the equipment, in my head, I've got the website. The website's up. I've got the YouTube channel. YouTube channel's up, and I've got a video posted there. I've got Facebook. I've got Twitter. I've got Instagram. There's an Instagram post. There's a Facebook post. There are a couple of them. I've got the infrastructure.
Yep.
I've got the equipment, and I know how to freaking use it. Lights, sound, video, audio, all of that stuff, and I'm mobile. That blows my mind. Just the fact that now I have a show, and I can literally say I'm a filmmaker, and I go watch it. Go watch it. It's there. And I mean, I got lucky that day. The sun was coming through and the trees, and it is so beautiful.
It's really pretty.
And just like, wow, I have my own show now. I really actually do. And then the fourth thing, having you watch it and you say it looked good, that was so meaningful to me because I have so much respect for what you do as and just that was really touching. That was like, I'm like, fuck you. Zach likes it, so go fuck yourself.
Well, that was my fear, right? Is that I knew like it was going to take time before you got a good enough baseline
to
make quality, like to make it something that's even watchable, right?
Right.
Now it's at the point where it's like, okay, this is fucking watchable. This works. I like this. I would literally click on this. Like that's a huge step in your development. I'm really proud of that. Yeah, I had a moment in the shower before you got here. I was taking a shower, and showers are fun to me because I just think a lot. It's hot, and I just think about shit, and it's my time to kind of. There's no phone. There's no thing playing. It's just my time to think.
Yeah, and for a lot of young men, showers are fun for different reasons, but we won't get into that.
Jesus. By the way, I've never enjoyed that in the shower. It's not a good.
I don't even want to go there.
It's not a setting that works for me. I don't
that.
understand that. But I'm in the shower thinking about stuff, and I realized like today. It's what is it? It's 4:40 p.m. today where we are, and I got up at 9 this morning, and girlfriend left for work, and I got so much work done this morning. So much work for the podcast. So much work for like professionally figuring out because a lot of the work is making a plan. So I got like taxes figured out and some other stuff figured out. And I realized, I had a moment where like, oh, I can do this by myself. And I've had you as kind of a crutch a lot of the past 4 years. So it's like whenever I have something I don't understand, I just go to my dad. Hey, how would you do this? How do I do taxes? How do I do this? How do I do that? And not only did I realize I can do this, I had a moment, I'm in the shower, I'm thinking about stuff. I'm like, I can do it. And oh my gosh, at some point, like, I'm not going to have my dad, and I'm not going to need my dad, and my dad's going to do his own thing. And it was a big, like, aha moment for me. I'm like, and then we're watching your show, and I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, right now, you're an employee of Strong Opinion Sports, technically. Like, you do a little bit stuff on the side for me.
I think of you're one of my clients, but fair enough.
Sure, whatever, however you want to do it, right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not technically employee. I definitely client.
Yeah, for sure.
You're one of my clients.
However you put it, right? Like, you did work for me.
I help people grow their brand. I'm definitely helping you.
Yeah,
and I love doing that.
Yeah, and I had a moment where I was like, at some point, like the role for my dad's going to change and not be what it is, and number one, that's okay, and number two, like, he's going to do big shit. Like, I think that I think we're a very creative bunch of us. You, me, my girlfriend, your wife, and I think we're at this very, like, I feel like I've done some shit, but actually, like, compared to what is going to happen, like, in the next 10 years, I can't wait to look back on today with the plastic fucking table and the non-steamed iron curtain behind us. Like, we're going to look back and go, wow, that was the infancy of something much bigger.
Well, and grief hits people different ways. Zane passed away, and within a couple months, you started doing YouTube videos.
Yep.
I thought I was hitting on all cylinders just before Zane passed away. I had 2 books out. I had a contract. I was working on my 3rd book. I had a lot of cool stuff happening. Zane passed away, and I lost a lot of my creative energy for a good 3 years. And that feels shameful. That feels embarrassing. How can you lose 3 years of creative energy? But that's what happened. And now I'm finally back to where I was, where like now I am cranking out content. I mean, just cranking. I'm going to have you know how hard this is. You're one of the few people that does. I'll have 4 videos out this week that I recorded, posted, edited, and then I do a little deeper, higher level than you've then shared the fuck on social media. And you know how hard that is. And I'm like, no, I'm just making it happen. And that's not counting my podcast. I mean, I'm just cranking out content.
What we talked last week on the episode about the day we're going to Birmingham, Alabama to do the Senior Bowl, and how I'm going to go and record podcasts and watch football all week, and you're going to go and do food stuff, and we'll decompress and probably do Flawed Humans during that week too. And in my head, my girlfriend comes with us because it'll be fun. And we're even going to Bozeman, right, and doing a similar thought. Like, I'm going to do some work and
we're
some
going
travel.
To Boston in 2 weeks, and Thursday morning, I've got to set up to go to a really amazing farm that's a brewery.
Apparently,
we're going to do that Thursday morning, and then we got dinner with a cool media company Thursday night. I got to come up with something culinary for Friday, and then Friday night we're going to the Celtics game. They happen to be playing the Trailblazers tonight. We picked that date. Yeah. We got really cool seats.
Well, it's really cool. I got asked a question on Ask Zach a while ago. It was like, what are some of your dream, locations to watch sports? Like, and I said like Fenway Park. And Soldier Field, Lambeau. I'd love to go to Monaco. It's impossible. I don't know. I'd love to see a Formula One race in Monaco someday. I don't know how that's even. It's not feasible, but it'd be really cool.
Why is that not feasible?
Oh, dude, like Monaco is It's like I think I could get in if someone gave me a ticket. Like there's ways it could happen for sure.
Yeah, you have a fan,
But
they
like,
can happen.
But it's much different for me than going to like a Jaguars game. Like it's in a different country, in a different world. It's I think a lot harder to get into than like paying for a ticket. It's just more complicated, I guess. And I can't currently see a path to make it happen yet, other than to say like I'm going to make it happen. And that's good enough to you, but like for me, it's like I don't know logistically how Monaco would work yet.
But you know,
no, I know.
I
know.
gotta say this.
But
I gotta say this. I don't give a how never matters to me. Like how doesn't
Yes.
matter.
No, for
because
sure.
in 2004, in March of 2004, I was in Thessaloniki walking along the waterfront. And I thought, man, I wish I had a way to film this. I didn't know how. I didn't even know I could have turned on my damn phone and done it. Didn't occur to me. And I thought, man, I want to come back to Greece someday. I want to come back to Thessaloniki. And now 16 years later, the Greek National Tour Board's taking me to Thessaloniki in March, and I'm going to walk that fucking waterfront, and I'm going to film it. How doesn't matter. You just say what you want to make happen, and you head off on that direction, and the shit comes together. So I don't know how you can go to Monaco, but it doesn't matter. You can go to Monaco. You can watch a Formula One race. It will all work out. Just head off for it.
does it make sense when I say that like you know how to cook an egg? It's a dish you've never cooked before. Like I don't know logistics of. So first of all, yes, correct. But I know how to go to a Packers game. You drive, you buy the ticket, you go. I don't know how to go to a Formula One race in Monaco. That's what I mean. It feels like a bigger, more difficult task. Does that make sense at least?
Not to me, because it's all the same. You just fucking head off after it. It's not. There's nothing harder or easier. You just go. Just battleforyourdream.com. Go make it happen. I bought for you. Go get great.com. Make your story extraordinary.com. I'm sorry.
No, it has to make sense. Like it's not unachievable. It's just it's a thing I've never done before.
Well, I look forward to the day that I watch your Instagram account near Monaco.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure I want to go to that Triple Formula One race, but I'll be happy to watch the Instagram account.
One of the things
I'll go to Monaco, but I don't want to go to the race.
But where I was going with that is one of the things I listed was I'd love to go to the Boston Garden to watch the Celtics game. I've always I like basketball a lot. And Madison Square Garden, I guess, would be cool, but I don't care about basketball arenas the same way. It's not outdoors. It's not as a lot of them are very. It's just a court. Like, what's really that different? But for me, the Boston Garden, I think it's called the TD Garden now, has always for me been like. For some reason, the Boston Garden would be really cool. Since I was like 8 years old, looking at basketball cards in my hands, I was like, you could just see the background of the building and pictures. Like, this is fun. I want to go here. We're doing that.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. Like, we're going to watch the Celtics at the Boston Garden. Boom.
3 Fridays from now.
And we're going to go get coronavirus on the plane.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, it's cool. It's very,
we've
very
got great
special.
seats.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's someone gave us. I don't know the guy's name. Some very cool person gave us really cool seats, and it's going to be what a blessing, man. I don't know. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, it's just that's it. You just keep battling for your dream. You head out, and really cool stuff happens. And it's just at the front end. It's just at the front end. I'm so excited for the next 10 years.
You know, I woke up today.
And by the way, I just want to make it clear: if you're watching this video, I tell you those things because you can do it. Somewhere in 2011, when I said I'd become a writer, speaker, and author and be self-employed, we were moving out of a house, and I was moving into a garage, and you were moving into the bedroom in that house. We were fucking homeless, and everyone said we're nuts. So someone's like, oh, I don't want to hear them flex. And I'm not flexing. Like, they can do this. I don't care what your challenges are. You can overcome them.